Hello, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what the rest of your month looks like. And excuse my nails, I need to be polished, but I don't care. So let's move on. So we will go through the feeling, the vibe you'll be in the rest of the month. And then I feel like we need to do love and finance. Okay, so let's have a little look-see. Let's have a little look at how you'll be feeling. The rest of the month. In case you want to alter that data. All right. Ooh. All right. So the first feeling I get as I look at both cards is the rest of the month you are going to be dealing with somebody who's going to be working your whole fucking nerves, is what I see. And I'm sorry to start cursing right off the top, but I was feeling it. Okay. Now, whoever this person is going to be working your nerves. It's going to be somebody that you've given energy to, and they maybe feel like they can work your nerves a little bit. Okay. Let's have a look at what they're doing that's working your nerves. And I do get the feeling like it's one main person or up front. Could be just one person, but okay. What are they doing? Oof. Okay. Somebody's bringing you some mess. You don't want to fucking hear it. It feels like mouthy gossip. Somebody wanting you to participate in the gossip. Aries, Leo, Sag. Ooh. So the person bringing you this energy could be Scorpio energy mixed with a little air. Gemini. And we have Cancer energy. Specifically, this could be bothering Leo. Could be a Leo. So this could be for you, Leo. So you're going to have to be standing on your ground. Somebody might be trying to throw you off your square, or I don't think it's really a throwing off. It's just somebody wanting you to join them in their anger energy, their gossip energy, their chaos energy. And I do feel like you are not accepting it, but they might think that maybe you did at one point participate. And it just feels like it's like somebody who wants you to take their side. So they're bringing you some shit. Let's see if we can get a theme on the annoyance that they're trying to bring to you specifically. Okay, so I just heard two different things. You might be dealing with somebody who's got some type of family issues. And in the same card, I get the energy of somebody wanting to gossip with you, but they need to be minding their family and kids and pets or pet rock. I don't know whatever the fuck they got, but it's like somebody bringing you shit and they have better things to do. Second, somebody's got a problem in their relationship. Can be like the first cup of poison, because it feels like if somebody's bringing you their love problems and you side with them, and then they go back to their person that they were just complaining about after you told them, like, hey, there's other options. You should leave. Maybe you should stop fighting. Maybe it's time to cut some cords from the past. It feels like if somebody's bringing you problems with their relationship, like you may give them some really like sage wisdom. You give them some good data, right? Like good, chin up stuff. Chin up. You can do this. But then, and you may give them the energy they want to have in that moment regarding the person they're having a problem with. But then they go back. And then what? Yeah, it's like somebody bringing you the dirt energy, gossip about a masculine energy. And they want you to join in on, I hate him, that he's fucked up, he's a bad person, push him off the side of a fucking mountain or something. And you're like, okay, yeah, I agree with you. Let's go push him off the side of a mountain. But then, a week later, they're lovey-dovey, making out with each other all over Twitter or Facebook or something. And you're like, what the fuck? Right. So it does feel like communication that you probably don't... communication is not really valuable to you, but it could be expensive if you decide to hop in on it. So, if you don't hop in on it, what else is your vibe? Fire signs. You're controlling yourself. Okay, I also hear Rick James and Tina Marie, Fire and Desire. Okay. Oh boy. All right. So there's going to be some feelings of struggle. Right? And in that song that I'm still hearing, actually, the part that I keep hearing is Rick James singing, "Love them and leave them." That's what I used to do. Use and abuse them. Then I laid eyes on you. Your patience, though maybe thin, is running the fuck out. And this is my card of high ego and temptationes. And it feels like a quick, oh, okay, that's a bad picture. I just saw a picture of two people in a very small room in a workplace. Do not poop where you eat. Fire signs. This can be workplace temptations to do things that you should not. You should have more control over that because this came out in reverse. This is dangerous desire. So this can be sneaking to do things, hoping that you won't get caught. Maybe somebody really knowing, like, okay, so maybe there's a copy machine room at where you work. There's one room, copy machine. And maybe somebody, I ain't pointing no fingers, somebody might know that nobody goes in there after 10 in the morning. After 10 in the morning, nobody else ever goes in there. So maybe at noon, somebody can hook it up and do some naughty, naughty things. No, don't do it. Okay? Whether it's doing it with yourself or with other people, don't do it. Ew. Pisces, moon. And for somebody who's doing this, it's something you might have done before, or you might have like tested the waters. You just know what you think you know. It's very careless, very thoughtless energy. Be careful of temptation in the workplace. Don't do it. This is a masculine energy. Okay. What is the outcome? What's the outcome if this is a thing? If this happens, ooh boy. And I see a card flew over there. Oh boy. Okay. So if this is sneaking to do things in the workplace, just skip the rest of the month in doing that, okay? Just don't. Because it does feel like somebody finds out and may opt to protect themselves. Now, if this is sneaking around and doing dirty things, and you got somebody at home, this will be a heartbreak that you created for not staying grounded and logical. And it's now going to add a whole host of problems. Whatever it is, it doesn't feel like somebody walks in. It feels like somebody sees and just knows somehow. Maybe they see somebody go in the copy room or two people go in the copy room, and then when they come out, their clothes are on backwards. Or somebody's in the copy room and they're doing it by themselves just to be weird. And then they come out of the room like 20 minutes later with no paperwork in their hand. You didn't touch the copy machine. You just rubbed your wang on it or something. It's doing unnecessary sneaky shit in the workplace. You should have known better. Don't do it. Definitely don't participate in it. Hopefully it's not your data and you'll just see this. Okay. I'm just going to write sneaky. Sneaky and freaky is what I'm writing. All right. Let's see what's going on in love for the rest of the month. So I'll split this one, single and involved. Ooh, I'm sorry I hit the mic. Ooh. For single fire signs, all right. Okay, well, simple enough. Pleasure, but not the good kind. Okay, single fire signs. One of y'all is gonna. What I heard, I keep hearing the word lovesick. I keep hearing the word lovesick. You may, if you're going through, or you just recently came out of a breakup, and you still got some hurt, you still got some sadness. Expect that to ruin your sex life the rest of the month. That's all I'm going to say right there. If you haven't taken the time to do your healing and you're still holding on to bad data, old data, how does this affect the... Ooh, that's a big chunk. Let's try that again. How does this specifically affect the pleasure? If you are close to getting some, boom chicka wow wow in November, please understand that if you haven't healed from the past, it's going to mess with the sex. It won't be as good, or there'll be other difficulties because your mind is going to be somewhere else. If this was a marriage or a relationship where there's a financial tie, that's going to be on your mind. So be mindful of spending money or too much money, because it feels like that's in the back of your head too, while you're trying to, look like you are not. It's representative mode. If it's somebody new you're trying to hook up with, you are in representative mode. I see that. Feels like talking a good game, but the heart is kind of empty. Still thinking about the past. May even still be looking online at or following the social media page. Listen, if you've come out of something and you're trying to heal, following your ex on social media, knowing you can look at it, those little things, like, you don't think it's a huge thing, but it does affect you moving forward, or your ability to not be thinking of them. It's like they still have, like the past still has control over you going forward. Okay. If you are involved, very involved, what's your love life like the rest of the month? Ooh. I hear, I don't know who that is. Not Bob Marley. But the song is Don't Worry About a Thing, because every little thing's going to be all right. If you are involved in a relationship and you're not having great communication, you may find yourself taking care of yourself. Don't ignore relationships the rest of the month. It does feel like a good idea to say something or spend a little time being complimentary to your person. Because it feels like a little bit of neglect. If you are involved with somebody who's going through any health issues too, don't neglect support as opposed to fighting them. You may be dealing with somebody who's going through something health-wise or an emotional time. And your response, fire signs, might be to give them like words of push. You can do it. Yes, you can. That's not, I don't think that's a good idea. If you got somebody who's going through something emotional, feels like listening would be better. You might be tired of listening to your person, and it might have gotten to a point where you're just blocked off and combative about it. Or you're keeping your frustration to yourself. Make sure you're not. This is indolence. Do what you can to stay strong. Feels like being support for a partner during the rest of this month. So in this love life, some of you, if you are dealing with someone who is going through health issues, try to be creative with yourself during this time. Don't do bad things. Don't do bad things. It feels like having to be around somebody whose energy isn't light, isn't happy. They're going through stress. It's somebody else's worry, but it's your issue too, because you're with them, and it alters everything about. It has already done that. It's already altered the life. So try some creativity to release the stress. You, as in boom chicka wow wow by yourself. At least to get the stress off, okay? It does feel like having to stay strong while listening to someone very close to you not be happy, not be able to say a lot of happy things. So if you're going through that, stay strong and be creative. You know, there's tons of options out there. Doesn't hurt to try. Hold on. Oh. Now listen, if you are going through this and you got a person who's going through something sad, it's not a sensual experience, okay? It's not sensual for either one of you. It feels like if you take the initiative, fire signs, whoever this is for, if you take the initiative, it feels like you can make some alterations. I feel like your person might even be open to exploring some of it with you. Okay. Pisces. Okay. So listen, if you got somebody who's sad and going through things, if your partner's not that happy, it feels like if you take the initiative with gentle hands and gentle words, but a little proper motivation, some compliments, some proper motivation, verbal and gentle with a gentle guidance, gentle push. It feels like your partner might be open to exploring some of this with you or not giving you a hard time about enjoying your nether regions. But it does feel like it will require um, good wording. Feels like the words are a very sensitive thing. Or like, don't, okay, let's say your partner isn't feeling sensual and they're like, okay, I'll try it. You buy the toy. Don't buy something stupid like a double-headed dildo or or a butt plug. Like, it feels like an opportunity for a sensual connection, but it has to have some very um, it has to have come from a friendly place or a lighthearted. It has to come very lighthearted. For some, it might require visiting a shop, a boom chicka wow wow store, or going online and looking it up. It does just feel like having to hold someone's hand and keeping in mind how you would want to be dealt with if the situation were in reverse. Okay. Okay, and now let's look at your money. Oh, let's look at the money. For fire signs, what is the energy around work and money the rest of November? Ooh. Well, there's your money. Be aware of, I hear Donna Summer. She works hard for the money. Okay. Be aware of something at home, something about your home life or people around you affecting how you work. Or maybe that could be adding extra shifts, working harder, taking on extra work. And it's like getting more money, but at what cost? For some of you, this is dealing with having to do this because of obligations that have to be dealt with. Like, it's like having no choice. Could be a masculine fire sign. But be aware of having to, like, avoid battles around money. Clarify. In the workplace, it feels like getting your fill. Tired of somebody, like, someone has said enough. Somebody might be dealing with a feminine superior at work. Let's see. So you might be dealing with a feminine energy that is in some type of position of power. Be mindful of how you communicate with this person the rest of the month. Feels like getting into a debate that becomes an issue. It's something you've discussed before or you've discussed with others before. You're tired of it. It feels like wanting somebody to be logical. in the workplace deal with a problem that's gone on for too long, something that's affecting you, but it ain't affecting them. You may feel like you may feel like you're watching somebody get away with shit that you don't get to do or that they shouldn't be doing. This feels like a conversation with a feminine energy over about another masculine. Why do they get to do these things? Why do they get to cause destruction? Why has that been allowed to happen for so long? Why do they get to get away with shit? So you may be watching somebody in the workplace get away with things that you know are not okay. But there's a feminine in between. Why does she allow? Nope, wrong deck. Why does she allow these things? What's her? Ooh. Okay, chunk falls out. I'm gonna be nosy. So we have this reverse masculine energy. We get the leader, the excuses, and some type of excessive thing going on. Clarify the excess. Oh, you might be watching somebody at work get away with shit, and you're trying to figure out why the fuck do they get all of this love, furniture, because they're furniture. Somebody has a single use that is maybe not seen or realized by everyone. And so that's why they get to get away with shit. So there's no altering that data. It's accepted. It's accepting the secret. There's the test. What's the test? The test is balancing the chaos within yourself, especially when your money has something to do with it. It's like deal with it or don't. You could go and work somewhere else, or you could speak up. It's like a hard option to the left or to the right. Free will, right? That's a thing. It's like you know better, but you're watching other people act like they don't ever have to do better. So you do have options, like if you don't like the workplace situation, best energy. If that's happening to you, the best energy is guard your heart. Like, don't be all emotional about that shit. And then watch. What are you watching for? Watch for when the situation is going to evolve. Watch the situation evolve. Trust that it will. Oops. Dangerous desire. Vice over divinity. Experiment of the sex addicts. Okay, if you're going through this, I know it'll be stressful, but it does play out and it does definitely have a direction. They go into lesson mode. It feels like if this is something fucked up going on in the workplace, somebody else gets wind of it and does a little fact checking. Oh, somebody does look at the data. And then they go into lesson mode. Oh, clarifying lesson mode. The feminine energy who is the problematic gets some type of limited access. So this could be losing the job. This could be demoted. They get demoted, moved around. But they do lose access to the position, to the situation that they had. Maybe all access to before. What's under here? Oh, the broken giver. Oh, the broken giver. You don't say. What's We get laughter, we get thoughts, we get the wrecking ball cat. Something that was open is now closed. I just heard the word marching orders. So if you're going through this and this is your month, just show yourself love. Hold on tight. Keep your eyes open. I don't know if you get front row seat. I'm not even reading that. But all right. Buckaroo reversed. Is there any other? Let's see if there's any other alerts that you need to be aware of. Fire signs. Anything else fire signs need to be aware of the rest of November? Okay, fire signs. Make sure you're not wasting time the rest of the month on someone who already broke your heart. Make sure you're not wasting time with them because you think they're going to unbreak it. You may be considering giving somebody a chance from your past. That is telling the universe that you're not grateful for your sweet freedom. Be aware of chemical spirits that make you do things the rest of the month. What are these things? Clarify. Be aware of old habits coming back. It could be, I see people sitting at what looks like a pub or something, or a club, or at a table. Feels like a dark room. So make sure you're not around people who are sparking up old habits. Okay, I feel the need to say something to remind you, sometimes when you're with someone and it's over, if they had bad habits, highly likely you've picked up one or two of those bad habits during the relationship. So letting someone back in and it didn't work out before will be like picking up that bad habit again. So it feels like be aware of people who are coming into your space like they're entitled to do so. You've already sacrificed for whoever this is. Oh, wow. Yeah, as I say it. Abandoned ship, dirty deeds. Be aware of temptation coming back in that sparks old ways that you have moved on from or that you're trying to move on from. There is a lost angel coming back in. This is I feel like this is a little bit beyond a test. This is about how you see yourself. This is about how you see them, how you see yourself. Are you looking at the better, higher, more valuable version of yourself when you're dealing with whoever this is? As I'm saying that, I hear Hennessy. And so when they come back, yeah, it looks good, sounds good, feels good, is good, real good, but bad, but really bad, because it takes away from you. It's like bringing an addiction, an old addiction, back to your front door. And it has the potential to take over things. Now, if that is genuinely a bad habit and not a person, be mindful of the great temptation of that over the next 2 weeks. So do what you can to stay out of that energy or away from people carrying that energy. Yeah, there's definitely somebody coming back in who's coming into, they're an enemy, but you may not look at them that way. You could be aware of divine boredom. You could be just bored and like, okay. But this is something that needs to be shut all the way off. I see a gas line. Like when you turn your stove on and off. This is somebody coming back in your space, and it's a trigger alert. It's a trigger alert, and they have the ability to make you go backward a few steps. And you should be over it. The universe wants to make sure you are over it. Or would you like to be the source, again, the source of inspiration, a well to be tapped, emptied, if you will? Right. Magic. This is going to be a slippery one too. Whoever this is for, this will be slippery. It'll just be like hanging out with some friends. And, and everything is all good, right? Having a good time, hearty har har. You're laughing, the music is good. And then casually and out of nowhere, somebody hands you a crack pipe and now it's all over. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's a habit that goes that far, but whatever it is that could take you backward, be very mindful of it. This backward step will be delivered to you or assisted by a friend. It's somebody that deep down they're an enemy. Like, that motherfucker would not breathe life into you if you blacked out and couldn't catch a breath. This is somebody that if you're 50-50 on like, would they give me CPR or would they go through my purse? Would they give me CPR or would they go through your wallet? If you got to ask that question. And if you're like 50-50, don't fuck with this person. If you even think if the first thought is like 50-50, that's the test person. That is the stunt dummy. Do not fuck with them. 2 weeks. Take a break. Get busy. Be busy. The universe wants to know if you're ready to go forward away from that energy. The cards keep coming out. If you keep your focus, oh God. If you keep your focus, they don't get another shot with you. This is somebody coming back around, wanting another shot at you, not another shot to cause issue. And it's like somebody knows that they're bad and they want to be bad with you. And it's more fun if you're bad too. Why can't everybody shoot heroin together? I mean, it just feels like inviting in poison. I just can't. I don't have any other words. Maybe that applies to BBD too. It's a big butt and smile. I don't know. Just be mindful of somebody that has bad, like, feels like chemical addiction issues. But just like this, it feels like further than weed. They would lie. They would pretend to be someone else. And they put you on an alternative. They're on an alternative timeline, let alone what they do to you. So you have a time thief coming in. And because of the personal connection, because you may still have feelings or a heart, maybe you believe what they have to say. Maybe you're grateful to see them. But ultimately at the end, you remember, oh yeah, I forgot. That's why shit didn't work out. You're crazy. You be doing too fucking much. And I just got back involved. Oh, so there's definitely an energetic, chaotic tornado that you'll be dealing with. You're going to have to make sure the head with the ears is listening. Okay. Everybody deserves second chances. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know about the 19th and the 20th chance. And no, I don't think everybody deserves a second chance. Not on things that can put you on a bad timeline, especially if you got off of it. Especially when that can fuck with your finance in a bad way. It's like you have options, and you have options and the knowledge. So this is like having to make decisions for yourself and your world, your entire galaxy of self. Because somebody can bring in something that can alter every bit of that and make everything go from a nice, beautiful celestial orbit to a whole bunch of comets and asteroids slamming into each other. So be thoughtful about yourself and not getting so bored that you let old data back through the door, or you don't like move beyond it. It is time to, get out of that old data. Okay? Look. So at this point, just make sure you're not inviting in energies who are doing things with their lives and they don't appear to like themselves very much. That's the energy they bring to you. That's the energy they'll leave you with. And only, opening the door or letting them back in will be like saying to the universe, you're not that happy. Or you're so bored, you're going to let bad energy through the door. If you know who this person is, it is time to stop the communication because it is spell casting on yourself. It is choosing darkness. For some of you, this could be not a happy masculine energy. This can be a problem because everybody's focusing on Wang theories. There is something you are supposed to be getting help with from the universe, doors opening, stuff, but that's not going to happen if you're not ready for the next steps. So try to be ready so you can walk through when the doors are opened, okay? All right, let's get your questions. So focus on your yes or no question. I will split the deck 3 ways. And we'll see what your answer is. Deck 1, 2, and 3. Focus on your question and let's begin. Did you choose deck 1? There's a yes. I'm taking the yes or no's in any direction at this point so we don't stall out. on these, but you got a yes. And the 4 can be about plans, can be about health and love. Did you select that 2? Oh, you got a yes. Feels a little bit more like a futuristic kind of yes, coming soon. In time, yes. Did you select 3? Ooh. The answer is no. If this is about health, hopefully it's a good no. But there's your no. I'm being nosy. I don't know where this is coming from, but what I'm getting is you might be worried if somebody's telling you what's right or wrong around a health issue. You may think if you're going through medical stuff, you may think that somebody in the medical field is lying to you, not being fair with you. That's interesting. I don't know why I feel like I'm supposed to go further with this. Messages for deck 3. Hey, you might think somebody is not being truthful with you. Damn. I feel like you should ask questions. Ask questions that you can write the answers down to or record, and then do a little research independently, whatever that was about. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading, fire signs. If you did, it would be most helpful, and I'd be most grateful if you'd like, comment, subscribe, and then, I do more readings. More viewers, more readings is how it works, right? And the rest of November, whatever goes down, stay strong and remember, you are well. Thank you for watching.